Alright, my dear learners over there, I greet you once again. I am your teacher as usual. So we've taken long without looking at Math B. So in this lesson, we are now resuming our Math B lessons. So this is lesson 17, Math B. So in this lesson, we are now going to look at ratios and proportions. So we are having proportions. In previous lessons, we discussed the ratios. So we are looking at proportions, and we have two types of proportions. One, there is what we call indirect, and also what we call the direct proportion. So this word proportion just means proportion. It means we are now doing what? Comparing. So portions, bits. Now for example, before we go to anything here, anything further, if you have a book, let us get number of books here. We are dealing with the books, then let us get our costs here. Now if you have one book here, then we say it is costing 100 shillings. Then if they become two books, now they are going to be 100 plus 100, that is going to be 200 shillings. Now if there are three books, then we are going to get 300. What does this mean? This means that if the number of books increases, even the amount of money does what? Increases. If books they double, even the amount of money does what? Doubles. So here they have doubled, even the money has done what? Doubled. Here it has been 1, then it is this one. When they are 3, then the money also increases. So this is what we call direct proportion. So when you are dealing with this direct proportion, in simple terms, this is what you have to know. We are going to use a technique called the inverted L. We are going to use inverted what? Now this is L, whereby here it is up, then we come down, then sides. This is the side, then this is down, then this is up. Now when we change it, then it's going to be inverted like this one. So we start from here, we start from down, then we go to up, then we go to sideways. Are you getting? We move from down, we go up, we go to sides. So we start from here, we come here, then we go to sides. So always now we are going to use inverted L. So in simple terms. Alright, let us see how it works. Let us get started. Here they are telling us that 2 books cost 200 shillings. What is the cost of 6 books? Now always we have to know the leading statement. The leading statement is we get it from what is given, and also what we have to put in mind is that what they ask is not what you start with. So here they are asking for the cost, so we don't start with the cost. We are going to start with the what? With the books. If they were asking for the number of books, we don't start with the number of books, we start with the what? The cost. My dear learner, get that one from there. If they are asking what they are asking to find in a question is not what should start with. So you start with what they have ended with in the question. Let us see what I mean. 2 books here cost 200 shillings. What is the cost of 6 books? Now the leading statement is books to money cost. So we are going to start with the leading statement, which says 2 books here they cost, and we don't use equal signs because 200 is not equivalent to that book. The book is bigger than that 200. We use this one, meaning that it costs shillings. Don't forget this one, 200, right? Then what is the cost of 6 books? Now how about the 6 books here? So the 6 books, that's what I told you, we are using inverted L. So we start from down, this is 6 books, over we go up. Here what is up? That is 2 books. What is inside is times 200 what? Shillings. So books will go with the books by 2, 1, then by 2. Here we get 100. 100 times 6, we get 600 shillings. Then here you tell us that therefore 6 books cost 600 shillings. Then we come to this example here. They are telling us that 6 books cost 600 shillings. How many books can I buy with 200? Now what are they asking? They are asking for books. How many books? Now we are not starting with the books, we are going to start with the what? The cost. And this first one is always the leading what? The leading statement. So what is the leading statement? It is saying that 6 books here they cost 600 shillings. But in the question they're asking for books, so we don't start with the books, we're going to start with the with the money. That will be 600 shillings. You use it to buy 6 books. How about if I have 200 shillings now from the question? So I'm going to get inverted L. So we start from down, 200 shillings over what is up here, 600 shillings times what is in the sides here. We are having 6 books. So a 0 with a 0, a 0 with a 0, then by 6 1 by 6 1, shillings with the shillings. So here we are having 2 times 1 book, then we get 2 books, meaning that you can buy therefore you just buy 2 books. So you just buy 2 books using 200 shillings. Okay, so let us get another example here. So here they are telling us that a dozen of pencils cost 8,800 shillings. What is the cost of 9 pencils? Now, as a good learner, you get to know what are they asking. They're asking for the cost. So what are we going to start with? We are going to start with the pencils. Now, the reading statement, we are going to start with the pencils, then we go to the money. So what are the pencils? So they are telling us that a dozen. So here they are telling us that a dozen. What comes into your minds? That a dozen of pencils. How many pencils are those? They are now 12 pencils. After understanding that, then you come and tell us that these 12 pencils, these 12 pencils, they do cost 1,800 shillings. Then what is the cost of 9 pencils? Now, what is the cost of the 9 pencils? So it will be inverted L. So 9 pencils over 12 pencils here times 1,800 shillings. Now a pencil with a pencil. So by 2 here we can take by 2, it is a 6. Then by 2 into 18 it's going to be a 9, then 0 0. Then by 2 it is a 3. Then by 2 into 90, that is 45. Then you bring this 0 here. By 3 1. Then by 3 here it is going to be 3. So this is giving us 3 times shillings 450. Now side work here, 450 times 3, we are having a 3 15. This is 12 13. So we are getting shillings 1,350. So 9 pencils, therefore 9 pencils cost 1,350 shillings, right? Okay, so let us get another number here. Another example, they are telling us that there are 24 pupils in a class. There are 24 pupils in a class. Every child contributes lukumu bitano for a trip. How much money do they contribute all together? How much? Now they are asking for money. So we are not going to start with money, we are going to start with the pupils, meaning that each child buli mwana kigeza one pupil here, one pupil contributed how much? Nusu lukumu bitano. Then what about abana bameka? Abiri mu bana. So what about 24 pupils here? So we are going to get inverted L, right? This is going to be 24 pupils over 1 pupil, then times our money, which is lukumi mu bitano. So a pupil goes with a pupil. 1 divided by 24, we get 24 times our shillings lukumu meka? Lukumu bitano. So our side work here it is 15 times 24, we keep our zeros. Now 4 times this one is 20, we put here 4 times this one, 4 plus this one is 6, this is a 10, and this is 2, then a 3. Then on adding we have 0, 6 and 3. So this is giving us 360. We bring our zeros 1 2 3. So they contributed 36,000 shillings. Abana bonna abiri mu bana. Now how many children paid gumu kanana? Now they are asking how many children. Now we know that the children, how many children were they? They were 24. Then the 24, they brought how much? They brought this. Now they are asking for the number of what children. So we are going to start with the pupils. We say the 24 pupils, all of them in class, they paid emitwale isatu mukakaga, right? 36,000. Then how about now here they are asking for children? If they are asking for children, you are starting with what? Money. So you are going to say 36,000 shillings was contributed by 24 what? 24 pupils. How about if this 18,000? So how about the 18,000 is going to be contributed by our inverted L? So this one we start with 18,000 all over 36,000 times our 24 pupils here. Now shillings, a 0 with a 0, 0 by a 0. So those two zeros, the three zeros have done what? Have gone. So by 18 we get 1. By 18 into 36 there are two 18s. By 2 1. Then by 2 1, by 2 2. So they were 2 times 12. 1 times 12, that is 12. So they were 12 what? They were 12 pupils. Let us get another example. Let me hope that you are with me here. So 3 meals of meat and matoke cost 15 in Kawempe restaurant. How much will a team of 11 players pay if they took a meal each? Now here this number is logical, which means that we have to first understand they were 11 players now, and they're saying that for every 3 meals they are paying for what? 4,500. Now we have to first get to know the number of the meals these players took, whereby they are telling us that one meal they are 11 players. Then they are saying 3 meals of meat and matoke, you are paying this. Now these are 11 players. Are you getting that? Meaning that if there are 11 players, meaning that these 3 meals they are paid by 3 people. Are you getting? So this means that 3 people here they pay 4,500. That's what it means. Those are 3 meals. Those are 3 people. This. Those are 3 meals. Meaning that for every 3 people they are charging 4,500. Now 3 people here they are paying this. Now how many players were they? They were 11 people here. Then they are going to pay, this is 11 out of 3 times 45. Now these are people, they are people. So people goes with people. By 3 1, how many 3s are in 5? In 4, 1 3 remainder 1, it becomes 15. How many 3s are in 15? There are 5, then 0 0. So we are having 11 times 50. This is 5. This is 5. This is 1 and 1. So we have 5 6 1. So how much will a team of 11 player pay? So it's now going to give us 165. We bring our zeros. So are they paid 10? Sorry, this one shouldn't be there. So let me take this one off. So it is 16500. 1 2 3. Then they paid 16,500, all of them. So that was a simple logic there. Now let us also answer this number here. They are telling us that the cost of 4 mangoes is 800. What is the cost of 6 mangoes? Now they want the cost, so we are starting with the mangoes. They are asking for the cost. We are now going to start with mangoes. So we are going to start with the the leading statement. 4 mangoes they do cost how much? 800 shillings. How about the cost of 6 what? 6 mangoes? It's going to be inverted L, right? 6 mangoes over 4 mangoes aside, then that is 800 shillings. Mangoes with the mangoes by 4 1. How many 4s are in 8? 2, then 0, then 0. So 2 times 6, that is going to give us 12, then add on zeros. So 6 mangoes cost 6 mangoes cost 1,200 shillings. Alright, let us also get this other example. If 5 kilograms of sugar cost this amount of money, what is the cost of 8 kilograms of sugar? What is the cost of 8 kilograms of sugar? This one is repeated. So they are telling us that what is the cost. If they are asking for the cost, we start with the kilograms. So they are telling us that 5 kilograms of sugar here, 5 kilograms of sugar, they do cost shillings 5,000. Then what's the cost of 80 kilograms of sugar will cost our inverted L. Start from down, that is 8 kilograms, over we go upward, that is 5 kilograms times what is in the sides, because it is coming like this, right? So it is shillings 5,000. So kilogram by 5, 1 by 5 here, 1, then 0, then 0, then 0. So 1 times 8, that is 8, add on the zeros, 0, 0. So 8 kilograms. So 8 kilograms of sugar cost. So for them they cost 8,000 shillings. Alright, so let us look at this last number here. Let's take example. A car uses 6 liters of petrol to travel 30 kilometers. How many liters are required to travel 45? Now here they are asking for liters, so we are going to start with the distance. So 30 kilometers cost takes 60 liters, right? Now how about how about 45 kilometers inverted L, right? So we start with the 45 kilometers over 30 kilometers times 60 liters. So kilometer with the kilometer by 61 by 65 by 5 1 by 5 9. So you have to be well versed with the division. You have to know how to divide numbers. You see, this one is divisible by this one, this one. That is the only thing. You have to be well versed with the division. Okay, let us do part B. Part B is saying how many kilometers. Now part B they're asking for kilometers. We are going to start with the liters, but now not these ones from the first statement which was given. That is 6 liters. They are used to cover 30 kilometers. Then we come to the question, we compare with the question. Then the question is saying how about the 11 liters? So it is inverted L, right? That is 11 liters over 6 liters. Then we go we multiply by 30 kilometers. A liter goes with a liter. By 6 1, how many 6s and 30? They are 5. 5 times 11 we get 55 kilometers. Therefore 11 liters are used to cover 55 kilometers. Alright, so you've been a good learner. Please try out those activities. Please try out the activity, and then there are 1 2 3 4 5 and 9. So we meet in the next lesson. I'm waiting for your results.